I'm proud to have won 3 elections and sort of represent the banner for everyone other than the majority, the one-party government that we have in Hartford for all of southeastern Connecticut over the past 4 years. I was just like you 5 years ago, frustrated, aggravated, before there was a Tea Party, saying, we need to go in a different direction. Something's wrong. One day I'll have a family. Now I have a family. But at that time, I could see my daughter-to-be wouldn't have the opportunities that I had growing up, wouldn't have the opportunities that you had. So I decided to run for public office, and we won. If you can't win an election, it's very hard to make a difference. I've won 3 times in some of the toughest years in a city where I'm outnumbered 3-1. So what I've realized is that you have to have a message that resonates with all people. Because at the end of the day, even the most liberal Democrat who lives next door to me will vote for me. Because they know me as a person and a human being, and one that wears the uniform and has been on foreign soil. Served my country as a volunteer firefighter for 10 years. Worked in my family's businesses. First person in my family to earn a college degree. I've worked very hard to get to this point. And I'm running for no other reason but I believe this country has its best days ahead. And we currently are in a scenario where that is being questioned at every level of government. When I was on the council, people said, Chris, we love you. We don't want you to leave. I said, listen, I have to run for higher office because I want new people to get elected and follow my lead. I'm in that same scenario today. Why do I want to run? Because we have one-party government in Connecticut. And at the federal level, every elected official from Connecticut, the delegation that passed Obamacare, passed by 5 votes in the House, and our senators who passed Obamacare, we need to replace one of them. Because one person can make a difference. And I know some of you know, there was a vote a few months ago. 147-1. I was the one that voted no. Because it was $1.1 billion in new spending. People on both sides of the aisle knew there was a lot of waste in that bill. There was some good things. But you know what? Sometimes you got to stand up, question your party, question everybody, and do the right thing. So I've done that time and time again. I can promise you, if I'm elected, you will not have to question what I will do. You can look at my record. It's been as sound as any elected official in Hartford. Conservative, fiscally responsible, protect the Constitution, demand accountability. And I've done it every day in Hartford, and that's why the people in Norwich, in the region, support me time and time again, because they want someone who's going to tell them the truth. I'll leave you with one story. There's a gentleman every day, he would knock me in the Norwich Bulletin, the blog section. So when I formed this Common Sense Coalition, part of my job is to educate and inform the public. Who are these candidates? What do they believe in? And are they really true to the Constitution? Are they true to the citizens they're going to represent? So we had a meeting. I invited the public, set up in 1 week. We had 100 people show up in Norwich. So it ends up, this gentleman comes. I never met him before in my life. He walked up to me, he goes, you know who I am? No idea. I'm Joe Smith. That was the gentleman who was knocking me every day on the internet. He goes, you know, Mr. Kutu, I disagree with 50% of the things you say. But I tell you this, you're the only one who tells me what you believe and actually does it. And he goes, for that, you will always have my support. A very liberal Democrat supports a very conservative Republican. Why? Because they tell the truth. They have integrity and discipline that I bring to the table after 17 years in the military. So I hope you'll consider supporting me. As you can imagine, I'm very passionate. I now have a 1-year-old daughter who went through open heart surgery, day 2 of her life. Every day I wake up to her, and every day I think I can fight for our future and for your family's future. I'll continue to do that regardless of what happens. I am going to work very hard to earn your trust and respect and win this election in 2012 and make sure we have one congressman representing all the people, not just a very small portion that live in San Francisco. God bless America.